Later on, in 1975, after I had finished the old Sydney town work, I was contacted by Old Government House in Parramatta and asked if I could make some jug and basin sets for the washstands in the bedrooms. I said, I certainly can, and they wanted 6 different sets. I did some research on possible shapes and designs, but I decided to use Australian motifs for the decorations on 4 of the sets, and a pair of them for the governor's bedroom was to have the OGH, Old Government House, logo on it, which I thought might have been appropriate. Once again, I didn't keep a photographic record of the works, but a friend of mine, Beverly McClymont, who was associated at the time with Old Government House, had told me that the jug and basin sets had gone and were no longer on view. So about a year ago, I contacted Old Government House and asked a very helpful young lady if she knew anything about them. And she said she would search the storerooms and find out if they were still there. She did find some, and she was able to send me these pictures. This was the pair made with the OGH logo on them for the governor's bedroom. This jug only, no basin was found, was decorated with Australian wildflowers in sepia tones, and on the right is the distinctive way I had handwritten the mark on the underside of each piece. This set, however, also decorated with Australian wildflowers in blue and white this time, had found its way to the James Roos Experiment Farm cottage in Harris Park, Sydney, and it is still on view there as far as I know. Not bad after almost 50 years. The 2 missing sets had been decorated with underglaze motifs very similar to these, an eastern rosella, and of course a kangaroo. As I had made moulds for the first of the sets, I also made another jug and basin set and decorated it in the traditional English Delft style, and this one is still in my possession. Some years later, when I was working in Tyalgum, I was contacted by the Museum of Sydney, which opened its doors for public viewing in 1995. During excavations of the first government house built for the first governor of New South Wales, Arthur Phillip, many clay pipes, for smoking that is, were unearthed. They wanted to know if I could reproduce these for sale in the shop. So I made quite a few in several different designs, the small pipes as well as the large church warden clay pipes. Here is a glimpse of some extra ones that I made for sale in my own gallery. I had made clay pipes some years earlier for an antique dealer friend, Deborah Orkiniki, who owned Chinese laundry antiques in the Rocks in the late 70s. And I can relate this amusing outcome from that venture. One night, I went to a movie at the Metro King's Cross. In the foyer, during interval, I noticed a young fellow smoking a clay pipe. I went up to him and I asked him, "Where did you get that pipe?" He looked at me with some suspicion and said, with an American accent, "What do you want to know for?" And I said, "Because I made it. If you look underneath it, there is a small mark with the letters LP." He did, and in amazement, he said, "Well, the lady at the antique shop where I bought it said it was made by an old man in the Blue Mountains." Thank you for watching.